Good morning. Namaskar dear students. Today's date is 12th June 2020. As you know, we are learning Unit 4 Travel. In our previous class, we learned about vocabulary, practicing grammar and writing of the travels of Marco Polo. Now, today we are going to learn poem from a railway carriage. Okay, in this poem we are going to learn about the rhyming words, the things which we can see from the railway carriage, the information about the train and how does the train speed compared with another objects. Okay, this is what we are going to learn today, and enrichment activity also. In our previous class, we learned about the difference between the words. Okay, means the contraction, easily confused words. Okay, then we learned informal letter and practicing grammar prepositions also. Today we are going to start by reading the poem. While reading, we are going to underline the rhyming words of the poem. So I hope that you all will be ready with your stuff, textbook, pencil and the needy material. Alright, so let's start by reading the poem. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. Witches, ditches. And charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and the cattle. Battle, cattle. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. Plain rain. And ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Scrambles, brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the diesel. Here gazes diesel. Okay, now here is the cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. Road, load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Now we have underlined all the rhyming words. So let's read the poem one more time aloud with the hard words. Then I will explain you the stanzas. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. And charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. And ever again, in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistles by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and there is the green for stringing the daisies. Here is the cart run away in the road, lumping along with the man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Hedges, rose bushes along the edge of field or yard. Ditches, long channels, long dug at the side of a field. Clambers and scrambles, climbs with difficulty. Brambles, bushes of black berries. Tramp, a homeless person. Now let's see the meaning of the poem. Now let's see the poem. What do you think? What is the poem about? The poem is about a railway carriage. Alright. So what kind of things you can see in the picture of your textbook? Here we are seeing one man is carrying something. Okay, some vehicles, horse. Okay, one man is carrying horse cart. to carry some grass, right? One girl is there. Then what is there? Factories, right? Canals, ditches means canal, water canal along the field. Alright, so let's discuss the meaning of the first stanza. In our first stanza, the train is compared with fairies, okay, witches. Means the train is faster. If you see the train, if you have traveled by train, you can see the way when we are sitting in the train and observing the things, okay, out of the window, we are seeing that they all are running with us. But it is not the exact situation. Train is running fast. Due to the speed of the train, we can think that all the things are running with us. But actually, the outer things were stable. Are the stable things, and we are moving. So, let's see. Faster than fairies, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. Means the things which we can see from the train. Okay, while we are traveling, we can see out of the window the fields, the cities, the houses, okay, the mountains, the rivers, and all of the things are compared with some another. Let's see. All through the mid and charging along like troops in battle. Means all the bogies of the train equally or run one after another. Okay, in the battle we can see that soldiers also have their troops, their groups, and they have to follow their group one after another. They can't run, okay, they can't just start running. They have to follow the order, the commands, the moving positions. Like this, all the bogies, all the containers of the train are following the sequence. They are running in a queue, right? So in the third line, the poet is comparing train with the troops in a battle. Means the groups of the soldiers who are working on the field of war, right? Now let's see. All through the meadows, the horses and the cattle. Means we can see the horses, the cattle are grazing in the field. Then all of the sides of the hill and the plain. We can see all the geographical features of the land. Sometimes in the hilly region we can see the hills, okay, mountains, and in this plain areas we can see the plain lands. Means if we are traveling from wherever to Ahmedabad, we can see the hilly areas of Junagadh also, and we can see the plains of Morbi, okay, that one next, okay, Viramgam and Ahmedabad also, right? So this is how we can learn the features of the train, the things which we can see out of the train. Then all of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. Here fly as thick as means the speed of the rain. If you remember 2 days before we have heavy rains, right? Okay, so the speed of the rain is compared with, means the speed of the train is compared with the driving rain. Here simile, as, okay, as thick as means the example of simile. It is the example of simile, figure of speech, which we learned in unit 3. Now painted stations whistles by. If you see, while we are traveling, each and every station where the train is not stopping, is not taking a halt, they have to indicate or show the sign of green and red flags, if you remember. Then here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. Means the child, we can see the child who is trying to get the blackberries from the trees of the blackberry, and he is doing lot of efforts like climbing on the bushes to get the blackberries. Then all by himself done, gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes. Okay, tramp means what? Tramp means a homeless person. Here we can see a person with black coat and black hat. He is homeless person, means who is traveling like a gypsy. Okay, homeless means they don't have their own home. They can travel from one city to another, and they live their life by begging or getting some gifts or the things to eat from the other people, right? Then, and there is the green for stirring the daisies. Here is the cart run away in the road. Means we can see, if you see the picture carefully, you can see lot of things which are indicated in the poem. One cart is going along the roadside, right? Then lumping along with the man and load. Lumping means moving, okay, moving slowly due to the heavy loads. Then, and here is a mill and there is a river. Here mill is there at the top of the picture. Means we can see all the geographical features, all the industries, all the temples, all the buildings, all the areas surrounded by the trains track, right? Now let's see, and here is a mill and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. Means we can just see see the things very shortly. We don't have enough time to see them with observation, okay? That what is the word? In the wink of an eye means see the things without comparison, very moving things very fastly. Due to this, just we can have a look, we can't compare or observe the things very carefully, right? So from this poem, what kind of things we learn? We learn the enjoyment, the refreshment of journey by the train. How can we see the outsider world? How can we observe the things in this thing? Means when we are traveling, we are not able to observe the things by running train. Okay, why? Because the train is too fast to see the things carefully. Yes, we can just have a look. Okay, we can just see the things, but we can't think more about the things, right? Then we can see mills, cattle, horses, a small child who is trying to grab the berries, one person who is homeless standing beside the roadside, then one person is carrying the load, okay, with his horse cart, right? That kind of things are mentioned. Means the observation of the world from the running train is included in this poem. Now it's a time to discuss the question answers. Answer the following questions. First question, what all does the poet see out of the railway carriage? The poet sees ditches, houses, bridges, horses and cattle in meadows. He spots painted stations, hills and plains, a child, a tram, a daisies, a cart, mill and river. Okay, so this is the answer of first question. Now second question, what was the child doing when the railway carriage passed by? The child was scrambling and gathering brambles all along while the railway carriage passed by. Now see, where does the poet see a man with load? The poet sees a man with load on the road. Okay, then fourth one, D, write the phrases that describes the speed of the train. Okay, the speed of the train. Faster than ferries, faster than beaches, is the line of the poem or the phrase which indicates the speed of the train. Then that the scenes out of the carriage are passing by very quickly and ever again in the wink of an eye. Okay, means the things which are passing by very quickly. So which line is indicating this statement? And ever again in the wink of an eye. Now let's see question 2. What is the question 2? A simile is a comparison made by using words as or like. Find and write the two similes used in the poem. As I explained you, first one, as thick as driving run, and second, charging along like troops in a battle. Means here the railway carriages are compared with the troops in the battle. I explained you this in the poem. Now we have to find the sounds. Sound R means along gone. Okay, sound, all and horses. These are the sound words. Now, I hope that you understand the poem very well. Okay, now let's see the enrichment activity of our textbook. Let's see from the textbook. Is a careful study of something to learn more information and facts about it. While researching about someone famous, you can prepare a list of some questions that will guide your research. Research about the life and achievements of Ferdinand Magellan. You can find the information by surfing the internet or reading an encyclopedia of explorers. Name Ferdinand Magellan. Do you already know about him? What do you know? No, I did not know about him. What and where was he born? He was born on 3rd February 1480 in Sabrosa, Portugal. Sabrosa, sorry. Then what is he famous for? He is famous for leading the first circumnavigation of the earth. What are the accomplishments? He organized the expedition to the East Indies that latter resulted in the circumnavigation of the earth. He was the first to travel to Asia from Europe by the west. Why did he do these things? Magellan was a skilled sailor and naval officer. He was selected by King Charles I of Spain to search for a westward route to the Maluku Islands. He commanded a fleet of 5 vessels for his expeditions. What difficulties did he face? He faced a series of storms and mutinies but managed to reach his destination. Now, it's a time of recapitulation. What we have learned today? Today we have learned about poem, okay, and enrichment activity. We have learned the poem from a railway carriage. We have seen the rhyming words. Which rhyming words? Witches, ditches, battle, cattle, pain, rain, I, buy, scramble, brambles, gazes, daisies, road, load, river and forever. Alright, then we have seen the question answers and enrichment activity. Now what is your today's homework? Today you have to copy the word meaning of the poem of the textbook, word meaning, question answer from the textbook in your notebook literature part, and you have to solve the enrichment of this unit, page number 72 in your textbook. Thank you.